Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 1 of the campaign log. We had session 0 last night, so not much happened. It was mostly character building, so this video is going to be fairly short. Uh, because most of it was just me answering questions and explaining lore about the world and rule specifications and stuff. So we're pretty much just going to be going through the characters. 2 of them you've already met during the episode 0 for the Halloween one-shot that preluded this. So our first character here is Joseph Barnett. He is the gun chemist, mind chemist, alchemist from the Halloween one shot. In game time, it has been 1 week since the one shot, even though it's been several months real time. He put a lot of ranks into linguistics. So he ended up with Draconic, Drow Sign Language, Dwarven, Elven, Halfling, Infernal, Necral, Sylvan, Undercommon, Common, and whatever sign language the party is picking up as a group. I believe they were just going to go with Common or make their own. He is a human. He has sent 20 feet from a transformative. Most of the players are new to Foundry, so their sheets aren't perfect, and I also am new to running on Foundry, so I didn't figure out how to add new module sets for items and feats and stuff until like the last hour of session. So I spent like half an hour before starting recording just fixing a few things on their sheets for them. Yeah, here's his equipment. Uh, he has put his transformative bonus to natural armor on the amulet natural armor, which I'm not going to fix. It's not much of an issue. It's not an issue at all. He did, however, he didn't know how to do wands. That's I'm going to have to tell him about how to do wands. He just created a new item, called it Wand of Inflict Wounds, and called it a day. Added a use button and 50 charges. Because part of the transformative he got from the undead was to heal from negative energy and harm from positive. So he's going to have issues with healing. He's also having issues with carry weight, so he put most of his money into platinum pieces. Because he wanted to have his money for traveling salesman on the road instead of just leaving it at the bank. And he has quite a few feats as well. He has 3 from levels, 1 from a major drawback, 1 from being a human, and 1 because I give a free teamwork feat to people. And I forgot that the Ritual Caster homebrew feat I made is a teamwork feat. So, yeah, several players have, and it's also really easy to get for casting classes. So several players have the Ritual Caster feat. He retrained his teamwork feat from the Betrayal feat to the Ritual Caster. Later on, the War Priest I'm going to show, he traded in one of the Blessings class features for a Ritual Caster, because that's one of the things I gave it. Like, here, if I pop this open, a wizard can take it as an arcane discovery, an arcanist as an arcanist exploit, a magus as magus arcana, a war priest in place of a blessing, or cleric or druid in place of spontaneous casting. A lot of skill ranks on the alchemist because their primary ability score is intelligence. So they have a plus 19 in knowledge, nature, and arcana, because those are the class skills. And actually, now that I think of it, the perfect recall might actually be in here now. Nope, it is not. So we'll have to find another module that has archetype abilities. And the way he decided to go is to have several of his extracts not prepared, because apparently it only takes 1 minute for the type of alchemist he is, or maybe just alchemists in general, to prepare an extract. And this way, the War Priest does not have to prepare Lesser Restoration, because they were a bit worried about that. I don't know why they think they're gonna be dealing with so much ability score damage so early on. Like it's the first few sessions you're gonna have regular restoration in no time. I think the only thing that really changed about him since the last video is the retraining of that teamwork feat. Next up, we have Victor, who is also in the Halloween one-shot. I don't think anything has really changed with him whatsoever, so I'll just scan through here. I did have to put potions on his sheet because he didn't know how to do that, and I added the spells page just that way he had access to the spells compendium easier to make potions and stuff. Of course, this is a hero points available game, so I made a hero points class ability in the I added the compendium. Oh, quite a few skills actually. Skill ranks. That's are they? There are 4 per level class. Okay. So yeah, mostly it's just acrobatics is real high. Fly. Right, he's a Wyverian, so he has a fly speed, so you'd want to put that in there. Perception is decent. What do you choose for background skills? Knowledge, engineering, and sleight of hand. Okay. Next up, we got the War Priest. They have not chosen a race yet. They're not done with their character, but it's good enough that we can look at it and actually have to want to check something. Yeah, his experience is set correctly. So this guy, I believe, were you the one? Yeah, this is the one that rolled for stats, and he rolled fairly well. I assume points spent 44. That's not right. What the hell? Oh, because he didn't pick a race and just put it in there as that. Yeah, this guy also has not used Foundry before. I think the Sorcerer is the only one that has. So yeah, we're going to have to cover some things before we get going on the next session. But yeah, something I did not know about War Priests. Oh, he's not picked any items yet either. They can just pick, they get weapon focus for free and can pick any weapon with it. Like, it doesn't have to be their deity's favorite weapon, unless they're like, there's a few archetypes that do it, but they can just pick any weapon and get the bonus weapon damage. So yeah, they have not even come close to finishing their character. They haven't used all their skill ranks, not that they had very many. The 2 new players, however, seem to be very into having a complete party. So they're trying to like pick different languages and pick different skills and have like everything. Like they're trying to cover as much ground as they can without overlapping. A little disappointing to me that they're making so many character decisions with out of character knowledge. You know, make your character that you want to play and make them good at what they should be good at in your mind, and you know, deal with issues later. But yeah, not this guy isn't super complete. He did, however, make a custom weapon, which I'm actually gonna go ahead and put together here. I'm actually gonna add it to the compendium now that I think about it. Okay, equipment, weapons, ammo, toggle, edit lock, exotic weapons. We're going to create a new item. I don't think he named it. I had a funny idea, but it was too much of a reference to something. So what should we call this? It's a very ridiculous weapon. It's part of the polearms group. It's spring-loaded, reach, and fragile, with an 18-20 crit range, and it's got 10-foot throwing distance, but only does a D2 damage. Cool. We're calling it a switch spear. Create item. Weight 6, price 60. Suppose I can write something up. So yeah, that should be fun for him to find. So yeah, that's the end of. There we go. That took a while, but there is one character. Most of that's probably gonna be edited out. Next up, we have our sorcerer. They have not picked many details of their character, but they are human. They are sorcerer. They've done their point buy properly. I assume they have added the human bonus. For some reason, they grabbed a headband of wisdom. I imagine it's because they're worried about will saves, but they also took a trait that gives them charisma instead of wisdom for mind affecting. Anyways, not too many skill ranks. Is sorcerer seriously only a 2+ intelligence? It is. Intelligence isn't in their casting mod. Why is it so low? Anyways, looks like they have put into the charisma skills intimidate, but not diplomacy. They've changed a few skills to charisma using traits. I will have to ask them how they have so many traits, though, because they took. Oh no, they only have 3, but 2 of them are faith traits, and one of them is a regional trait that doesn't really fit my world. So we'll have to figure that out as well. Next up, so it's 4 characters, but the sorcerer is playing a what is it? They have an archetype, one of the wild blood ones, a Sylvan sorcerer. So they have the Fade bloodline, but they also get a druid animal companion at a few lower levels. But they have boon companion fee, which basically bumps up to like 1 level lower. And they're choosing a albino cave Solifugid, or a regular one. I'm not really sure. Either way, it's a 10-legged spider, so it should be fun. And it's gonna be medium-sized permanently, I believe. And he's gonna be hiding it in a cart or wagon the entire time, or well, for when they're in the city, which that'll be fun. Just not freak people out. Like it's not legal or anything, but it's gonna it freak people out if they saw it. So there's gonna be some interesting roleplay opportunities there. But yeah, so next episode next session we'll actually play, which means next episode we'll actually have things to cover involving play, and it won't just be a short introductory with not a lot of exciting moments.